Sande Charles with FanRag Sports, joined with Rays prospect Brent Honeywell. Brent, who would you say you mimic your game after?
I don't know. That's a tough one. I just kind of pitch my own game, try to pitch my own game. But I watch a lot of Pedro Martinez, so he's got a really good changeup, and of course that's my best pitch that I have is my changeup. So I'm not gonna say my changeup's like his, but he pitches with fastball command. He does a lot of good things. He did a lot of good things, so it's kind of how I try and base my game around.
Now, who would you say is your baseball role model?
I don't know. I mean, I just kind of try and be myself out here. I don't really, I don't know. I don't really think I looked at these guys, whenever I was younger, that, they played baseball and they were like 25, 30 years old, and then I was 7. So, that's just kind of everybody who played baseball that I watched growing up was a big part in my life of baseball. So.
Yeah. Now, you talked about your primary pitch. You do have a secondary pitch in the screwball, the ball. It just kind of go through. What's the difference? It's kind of like opening a doorknob, right? If you show me.
The opposite way. So if you're going to open up a doorknob like this, you'd be throwing like a slider or something like that. But it's more of a breaking pitch that I throw to both right-handers and left-handers, and it's just the opposite way of a curveball. So it would come off this way other than that way.
And it fades away from the batter. That's kind of the key.
Right.
That's the purpose.
It goes away from the left-hander. So it goes away from a left-hander down into a righty. So I try and use it a lot. I've been battling with it, getting it down in the zone out here. I've been battling everything, getting it down in the zone out here. But last start was good. I'm focusing a lot on the curveball while I'm out here. So, there's a lot of emphasis going on in me throwing a breaking ball, and just kind of having this in the back pocket because I can throw it. But I got to get a right-hander out. I'm not worried about getting a left-hander because I can get a lefty out. But the right-handers are tough to get out right now.
You're one of the few actually who throw a screwball, and I know there's some family history on how you learned this. Kind of a baseball family. Tell me all about that.
Mike Marshall threw it in '75, I think, when he won the Cy Young with the Dodgers. He went to St. Leo to be a coach, and then my dad went to St. Leo to pitch, and then he taught my dad, and then my dad taught me, and it just kind of went from there. My brother's got one, and my dad's probably gonna end up teaching it, later on. But I'm gonna be selfish with it. I don't want him to do it right now, but it's been around a while, so it's a fun pitch to throw.
It is. I love watching it. It's so fun to watch. Now, draft day. Talk me through how special was that day for you?
I was probably about the most stress I've ever been under before in my life. There was a lot of stuff that was supposed to happen, but oh well. Yeah. Best thing that ever happened to me.
Where were you when you found out?
I was at home. I had everybody at my house. If it wasn't going to be day 1, and if it wasn't day 2 and it wasn't day 3, I'd still have all my family around the house and everything, watch stuff like that. But I was at my house. I was hanging out with my dad and my family, a bunch of buddies and stuff like that. And then all of a sudden, Brian Hickman calls and he says, "Hey, we just drafted you." I was like, "Hey, I ain't seen it yet, so I don't know what you're talking about." And then I walked inside my house, and then bang, it was on the TV. So, and it's funny that, John Mayo and all those guys knew who I was. Yeah. And that's one thing that I liked about it. So
even getting the call, you still did not even believe it. You're like, "Nope, not until I see it."
No. He was like, "Oh, I forgot TV lag." So I went in about 20 seconds later, and my ugly headshot from Walter State popped up on the TV. So I was like, there it is.
Now it's real.
It is.
And who was your first call that you wanted to tell?
I had everybody there. Well, my great grandmother, she couldn't make it. My 2 cousins were watching it, and they were watching it in Michigan. My great grandmother, she couldn't make it. But I called her and told her, and she said, "You finally made it." And then She ended up passing away a day after that, but yeah.
But she got to see that you were
Yeah,
drafted.
she did.
That's so special.
She did. I think she called my dad and told me the day before she knows, so it was kind of cool.
That's a really, I mean, in a tough moment,
It was really tough. It was really tough.
So now do you go out and kind of play in her memory?
Oh yeah. Everybody, my great grandfather, my grandfather. I mean, all the people that watched me play growing up, they knew I only wanted to do one thing.
Yeah.
So that was I'm gonna do it to the best of my ability.
Thank you so much, Brent. For Brent Honeywell, I'm Sande Charles with FanRag Sports.